bloodthirsty golden eyes of the demons. No one else cares for Harold. Maybe Brother Four.
Shadow is the sister of darkness,
says Brother Four, Sago's kindly priest. And where there is darkness, the Nameless One is never far away. What absolute nonsense. The Nameless One and the Shadow? Entirely different things. You might as well compare an ogre and a giant. The Shadow is life, freedom, money, and reputation. Shadow Harold knows about such things firsthand. For a shadow to appear, there has to be at least a scintilla of light, and to compare it with darkness is stupid, to say the least. But, of course, I don't tell my old teacher that. You don't go teaching your grandmother to suck eggs. It's quiet. So quiet you can hear the moths scrabbling at the coolness of the night with their fragile little wings. It's a long time now since the watch patrol passed me, and it's high time for me to be going about my business. But somehow I'm feeling extra cautious tonight. Some premonition makes me remain in cover, beside the wall of the building that is submerged in gloom. There were no suspicious sounds to be heard in that narrow little street with the old stone houses that could remember the old quiet times. Nothing but a painted tin sign above the baker's shop creaking in the faint wind. The slow-stirring grayish-yellow mist for which our capital is famous lay thick across the rough stone paving of the road, chipped and battered by the cart wheels. They say the mist was a trick played by some half-trained wizard back in the distant past, but ever since then not one of the kingdom's arch-magicians has been able to rid the city of the consequences of his innocent prank. The silence alarms me. The only place that is ever this quiet is a rich man's vault after a visit from one of the city's bands of petty thieves. The signboard creaks, the light wind swirls merrily, clouds drift lazily across the night sky. But I stand there, fused with the shadow of the building, trying not to move a muscle. My intuition and my experience of life compel me to listen to the night silence of the city. No street, not even the most deserted, could be as dead as this. There should be sounds in the night. Rats rustling in the garbage. A drunk snoring away beside them, his pockets cleaned out by thieves who are already sheltering for the night in some dark, narrow hidey-hole. The sound of snoring from the windows of the grey houses. A dirty dog sneaking through the darkness. The heavy breathing of a novice thief lying in wait for his victim, clutching his knife in a palm sweaty from excitement. Sounds from the shops and workshops. Even at night the laborious work continues in some of them. But there was none of this in the dark little street wreathed in its shroud of mist. There was nothing but silence, gloom, and a thickening atmosphere of danger. The carefree, roistering wind ruffled my hair affectionately, but I didn't dare raise my hood. Some insistent hand seemed to hold me back. Sago, what is happening on this quiet little street of artisans? In answer to my prayer, the glorious God of all thieves seemed to make my hearing keener. Footsteps. Hasty footsteps that even the creeping yellow-gray froth of the mist had failed to deaden. In a recess in the wall of the house opposite, I spotted a momentary flicker in the darkness. Had someone else decided to hide here? I peered hard into the ink-black night. No, I'd imagined it. I was too much on edge, anticipating non-existent problems. I must be getting old. Meanwhile, the footsteps grew louder and louder. The sounds came from the street into which the municipal guard patrol had turned only a few minutes earlier. I froze and tried to merge even deeper into the shadow, while the phantom of danger circled indolently above my head. A man came round the bend at a fast walk, almost a run, and made straight for me. He had to be a fool or a brave man to be roaming through the darkness alone. Most likely a fool. Brave men don't live long in our world. But then, neither do fools, unless they work as jesters for our glorious king. The stranger was coming closer, tall and well-dressed, even wealthy-looking, his hand resting on the hilt of a rather good sword. Once again, clouds crept